Hello, my name's Lucille, and so I'm here to answer some of your questions. The first one was about the 3 most important qualities in a teacher. For me, the first would absolutely be communication. Teaching basically is communication. It's transmitting information through speech or through writing, and also eliciting that information, encouraging that communication from the student. So there's definitely that sense of exchange, but it's absolutely vital that that communication is offered in a way that allows for the assimilation of that information. So you need to adapt your communication to the student. You need to simplify communication where necessary and provide connections of things that the student will understand or that they're interested in to enable the information really to get across effectively. Second one would be empathy. That's a real big one for me. I really feel that like a lot of my long-term students have kept going back and have kept recommending me due to my empathetic approach, due to the fact I've been able to build those relationships, especially with students who might sometimes feel like they're struggling, or who, on the other hand, are performing really well but feel a lot of pressure. I feel like empathy is absolutely vital in seeing where they're at and how they feel and bringing out the best of them. Sometimes like reticence or reluctance might just be a cover-up for a sense of a lack of confidence often. So yeah, empathy 100%. Third one would be organization. It's sometimes overlooked, but I think it's impossible to be an effective teacher without effective organization. You need to be punctual, prepared, and have clarity in where you're going and following the objectives, and in proposing structure, in proposing a method to reach the objectives and stick to deadlines. So second thing would be my best experiences in teaching. I have a lot, so I've got to try and keep this short. Most of my best experiences have been with long-term students where I've really seen long-term progression, and sometimes where I've tutored multiple people within the family. One example would be a family I was tutoring in Switzerland, where I was actually in a residential tutor role in Stadt. I taught the eldest and her younger brother, and they gained admission to Le Rose, which is the most expensive boarding school in the world, based near Geneva. And then even after living with them and working with them, I went on to tutor the youngest from the age of 2 through the years, and I even taught the mother English as well. So just really amazing experience and really close connections with those students. Also, I have tutored a lot of students who have really achieved things like beyond what they imagined. So one example would be a girl called Yasmin, who I originally was tutoring for English IB, and she ended up gaining admission to Oxford University, and it was just beyond what she'd expected, and she maintained contact with me all throughout her undergrad and her master's, and she was even asking me to tutor her whilst she was studying biomedical sciences and reproductive health at Oxford, and that is a domain that I know nothing about and that I was very clear about. But she said, Lucille, that's not why I want your tutoring. I want your tutoring because I know that you know me, I know how you work, and I know how much you can help me. And she just insisted that it would still be me. So yeah, I think, really seeing the progression long term is always so positive for me. And lastly, so why teaching? I started tutoring when I was about 15, so I was really young. I think I just always loved passing on knowledge, mentoring, coaching, and it's always been a major part of my life. So I can't really imagine not tutoring. I think even in moments when I'm not actually teaching, I will find myself teaching people. So it's just part of who I am. And I've had some great experiences as well. So I volunteered as a tutor as well in Africa. I volunteered in the Middle East, and those have been incredible experiences. I've also had work experience, so working in journalism. I have worked as a designer. I've made websites for law firms. I have been a spoken word artist. I have been a translator. and I'm running out of time. So I think I'm gonna end it here.